Hi, it's Sonia here and welcome back to my art YouTube channel. You know what, I wasn't gonna film this process page, but I want to because it follows on from hopefully the video that's coming out soon, where I talk about why I like to start off the day in this abstract sketchbook and make time for it. And then yeah, and then this morning I did this page. I filled this spread in. Hopefully it's going to come up. And I really enjoyed getting into, and it all started from this little post-it note that I doodled on. So I stuck it in, and I guess like the shapes that inspired a lot of the shapes in here. And I just had fun with pencil and oil pastel because I don't know, I've been feeling like I'm getting a little bit into my own head, I don't know, it's just been, I want to feel that ease in art again and that sort of simple joy in the process, rather than thinking a lot of times about, I don't know, where am I going next with this? Should I go back to figurative for a bit? Should I be doing, I don't know, the shoulds. So then I today got out, I had a picture, do you know, this is from a photo because I can't even I'm not going to carry the jug out with the lilies in because they're like, you know, the pollen stuff's coming out, it's going everywhere. So I just took a picture of some lilies on my phone, and then I feel this is turning interesting because it's really, that abstract sketchbook has really loosened me up. And even when I went to sort of draw the shapes in, I think probably I anticipated I was going to be more tighter in this work. It's actually become really loose and really completely, I don't know, pared down, and I'm really enjoying this. So I thought maybe this will be a good one to follow, draw along to see. We'll find out where it goes. But I just wanted to do it, to share it as I'm doing it, because sometimes I feel these videos are easier if I'm, some days I like to be in my own head and silent and make art and then come back in with a voiceover, but a lot of the time I feel actually it's probably more in line, I'm probably more, what's the word, not genuine, but you're getting a real time, see, I can't even express it. This is how it is. But like, what I'm saying is I'm trying to describe this one as I'm doing it. So what I'm thinking about and why I enjoy, you know, what I want to get across is why a certain way of making art is so pleasurable, as opposed to, I'm not thinking about the outcome, or even will this be a print, or what would you call this? I'm getting paint everywhere. So I've got some, what is this colour? Because this is one of my favourites. Yeah, opera pink gouache on this plate that, as per usual, I have not cleaned because I didn't know where I was going to go. As I say, with this page, I was at first thinking I was just going to block some colour in. But one thing I have learnt from doing the abstracts is not always that, I don't need to prepare all the time or know where I'm going with something. A piece of a sketch or a page can emerge and be led by just the material I've initially used. Like the subject matter has gone by the wayside a little with this. Probably could slip in a picture of the reference photo, but it's from like a really messy kitchen. Everything's a mess, so I'm not sure I'm going to. But anyway, the point is the reference, and do you need to see the reference? Like that's my whole point. Sometimes we don't, we can use, this is the other reason why I think, you know, don't get so caught up in always, everyone's like, oh, you can't use other people's images, but quite frankly, if you see a photo you like of some flowers and you to transcribe it in such a loose way, this is like, it becomes your drawing, your wonky expressive drawing really, and I don't think anybody would recognise this from my actual vase of flowers. But I really like the kind of simplicity of the lines I've somehow ended up with, and it's just fun to fill in these shapes with this sort of block pink colour. Now the point though next is, where do I take this side of the page? And yeah, this is obviously in real time, and I'm sort of speaking out loud as I'm doing it, so at the moment I don't know, quite frankly. And I'm also considering, I mean, this is a really smudgy oil pastel. Should I go in? I don't know if I should go in. I actually quite like this. I actually quite like that effect. I was actually thinking about coming into this area with just colouring it in with the oil pastel. Can I sort of, why don't I use a different colour? Because why not? And then smudge it. Have I got any, where do I keep a multitude of? I'm probably going to be jogging. I've actually got a new tripod as well I need to set up. I wonder if that would be better to stop me always jogging these things, but just playing about with smudging. You know, am I coming in and in someone else's eyes probably ruining this piece? Maybe, but it's my sketchbook. I don't know. Okay, so I feel I like, in terms of compositions, I always feel like I like things with three, and I feel like I want the eye to be drawn over. This is my focus. So how do I feel like I've got a little inside. I had a gift from a friend, and I know the vase, this little pot, she brought it around here somewhere. There's a little ceramic pot, and it's kind of like a shape like this. And then I want to go in with a different wash colour. So I've got out, I could do, should I do a blue? That, is it plate? How do you say that? I don't know how to say that one. Okay, I'm not going to say it. Well, I've got a turquoise. Let's go turquoise blue. It's not just because, is it Plato? Oh man. It's probably why one should come back in and do voiceovers for. So I'm going to colour it in. This beautiful, I love that turquoise blue though. So this is going to be a really quick sketchbook page because I can already feel I don't want to overcomplicate it. I'm really enjoying, yeah, this is making me feel happy. And I was feeling a little bit, I don't know, I was faffing around. I just had lunch, I was faffing around on my phone, and there's always a ton of cleaning and other things to be going on with, but I wanted to, yes, now I want, what do I see here? I want the shape of a lime, because we've got limes on our tree. That lime doesn't have to be a lime colour. I want to see what happens. I'm just going to go in. Kind of just want the shape. I've got a... So sometimes when I've got like a messy desk, which is good because I can just reach for, I have sort of like, you know, some supplies in front of me, and then it's like for a time being I'll just use the things I've got. For example, I've just got a stack of trays, so I'm coming back to using these again, but then I also use like a tray of pencils sometimes. But what I need to do soon is switch things up, because I find if I tidy up and then I put other materials, I'm more likely to use them, like if I get out some neo colour crayons. So another fun thing to do is, if you know like you're only in your space episodically, or is to have things set up that you want to use, because the reality is, if sometimes when you want to get going, you don't want to start going through your drawers, tidying stuff up, or looking for the right supply. It's like, maybe a limitation is you're going to use what you've got in front of you. Play around, sometimes changing up what is in front of you is something that I need to try and do. And I'm saying this for myself because I need to change some of these materials up. But okay, I like this. What I would like to do now though is I do want to add, the final stage I think for this one will be to add sort of like a surface area, like it's not just sitting, because you can have it just sitting on the white and air. I really do like to add a little bit of colour along this segment, the bottom of the page, and I want it to be a nice opaque thick block colour. So we're going to go again with my gouache paints, and I'm going to go for what's that say? Bordeaux red or primary red, because I don't tend to swatch. This is called Bordeaux red, but it looks kind of really bit brown to me. But let's find out. I mean, what's the worst can happen? If I really don't like it, I'm just going to paint over it. It's funny really, because I don't think this would have been apart from the fact it was lying on my desk, not my first choice, but actually yeah, so I feel like I'm on a quest this week to I want to make, what do I want? I want to make art that I find I want just to be immersed in the experience and the flow, but I just was finding that I was starting to overthink what I need to make, or I was thinking that, like, I don't know, don't want to be too judgmental about really changing up shapes of things, changing up colours, being like childish, or you don't look at like Rose Wiley. I love Rose Wiley's. I mean, it's not exactly. I'm not that naive, or I wouldn't be able to paint in that way. But I love how certain artists, like naive and outsider artists, don't get caught up. I don't feel they get that sense of bogged down in maybe the technicalities of what is a good technique or process or composition. And there definitely is a time and place for that. And sometimes like last term, I call it terms, I feel like, even though I'm not at school, my kids are at school, so I feel very much in their like term time, that's crazy. But the point is, like, before the winter break, I felt I did do, I'm looking at it now and I need to amend it. You know what, let's show it now. I got into figurative art again, and I was like, it was following on from I think I've shown this, but a portrait from my boys, and this is like on canvas, and I haven't finished it because I want to cover up the writing, but I guess that was my sort of figurative art period that I will come back to because I want to do more portraits of the family. But I also want to do more looser, sort of abstracted, like this one is a abstract, not an abstract, what I'm talking about. It's like a very, very, very loose, almost, yeah, abstracted landscape, I guess. And this is like on a canvas that I just use to play on, so I will probably cover this up again. But I quite like it actually. But yeah, I just want to I just need to remind myself it's okay to follow my creative flows. Just, there's a few things I've got coming up that I need to do because I've committed to them. But when it comes to the rest of my art practice, it is my art practice. And I guess I just need to, follow my interest and curiosity. So let me know in the comments, like, what are you feeling the change of seasons, pace, changing what you're drawing, painting at the moment? I'd be interested to, I don't know if other people feel this, always a sense of what's the word, I don't know how to explain it, like not dissatisfaction in there. I mean, everyone's always, I think, trying to do things better and make progress, but like, what is it? Just trying to find I'm gonna have to like maybe edit this bit out. Okay, so I think I've come up with what I'm trying to put my feelings towards my art into words. And this is the problem. I'm going to take this masking tape off now. Like everyone says, you know, you hear different things, don't you? Like, you're not your art. Especially, I guess, when we're trying to sell it and you're trying to, like, you need to have some separation from your from the business side of things, I guess, and the selling for sure, and I agree with that, like, you know, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel I am, when things are good, when I really feel, as it were, like at one with the process, then I feel like I am in my art in a way, like, even if it's simple and decorative, or there's something, I'm obviously looking for something in what I'm making, in, you know, like there's something psychological for me in the process, like an aspect of control, or even like breaking rules or rebelling, what I think is rebelling, like for me, rebelling against what is, you know, like that. I'm nothing against this. I may want to go and do this one day, like, but studying, you know, there's lots of very technical how to draw properly videos out there, and which I appreciate, but it's like, this is push-pull. Sometimes I want to do that, and other times it's like I want to go against that, and I want to do the art that a lot of the time I'm also drawn to, that kind of, that outsider, messy, chaotic, no sort of colour theory maybe, but probably there is. I don't know how to, I really don't know how to explain it. I just feel a lot of time like I do art because it allows me to investigate just things like my inner state in a way, and that changes. So I've learned that sometimes, like, and now I've learned this, like when I first started coming back to art, I was like, oh, I want to be like, do the Danny Gregory school of drawing stuff, or following certain, learning from artists online. I'm going to do there, like be like an illustrator, or Maria Kelman, like do just gouache, and I'm going to focus. And I did focus, as you'll have seen, in various different sketchbooks, and I have tried, but it's like, but then I need to move on and try something else because I'm feeling a certain way or stuff is coming up. So yeah, I know it's funny, like I have to be careful because I don't want to be, I don't know how to even, like, this is, I guess for some people, be just like scrappy and decorative, but it has served a purpose for me, and I don't know, art is so it's just really hard to explain why I need to, like, why do I always, and that's the other thing I've found out about myself. Like sometimes I'll be like, well, I don't want to draw, I'll get fed up of drawing, for example, even this sort of stuff. But like, well, I've done it now. I'm bored. I need something else, and I want to go back. I'll see, an amazing portrait on Instagram. Like, I'm going to go back to portraiture, and I really love drawing people. But then sometimes I'll be drawing people, and I do feel this is more common. Like, I'm not happy. I don't like drawing other people. I feel weirdly, it's not intrusive. Like I'm copying other people's photos, other people's images. I don't know these people. If I don't get their likeness right, I'm not happy. It's like, I don't know where I'm at the moment with figurative art in some ways. And then, yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know where I'm at with my art, and I'm kind of happy with that, because if I did know too much about where I'm at, I would be really boring. Like, I know in some ways you're meant to keep to a style, have a viewpoint, and mine constantly changes, and I have a suspicion it's related to the fact that I've struggled when I was younger, like knowing what I liked. I think I was always led, and you're told what your culture or what is popular, where you're at, friends, peer pressure from teachers, comments from, like, what is good art, and then and then we change. I think I'm very changeable, so I'm always like moving, but today I wanted this, so here it is. So yeah, I don't know if this is of interest to anyone, but thanks for watching, and bye.